I was born in Mexico, in the state of Mexico, in a town called Texcoco. When I was little,
اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان. اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. The English translation of that is as follows. In the name of Allah, the gracious, most merciful, all praises belong to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the gracious, the most merciful, master of their judgment. Thee alone we worship, and Thee alone do we implore for help. Guide us in the straight way, the path of those on whom Thou hast bestowed Thy blessings, those who have not incurred Thy displeasure, and those who go not astray. And with that, I welcome you to another episode of the History of Community Life and Diversity. Most Americans in New England, I'm Hassan Rashid, your host, and I'll be here with you for approximately 25 more minutes. It's excellent being here with you. It's such an awful great achievement and accomplishment to come into lives like we do here daily at the CCTV. So with that, I welcome you and greet you and extend the universal cordial of peace out to you in the Arabic language, and that is ISLAMIC. Okay, first I'd like to extend my condolences and sympathies to all those who were affected by this terrible hurricane season that we're having, especially in Puerto Rico and Mexico for the third time in less than 2 months. They've had another earthquake, so my deepest sympathies and condolences go out to all the folks in Puerto Rico and Mexico. And may Allah bless you with a speedy recovery and to get back on your feet after that great natural disaster. With hopefully we can share some information later on relief efforts and how you can contribute to those two areas in the Caribbean and south of the United States. That's Mexico and Puerto Rico. Okay, assalamu alaikum. The first thing I'd like to remind you that this is the new year of the Islamic calendar. This is the first month of Muharram. This is, according to the Islamic calendar, it is it's at 1439. Okay, 1439, I believe, if I'm correct. It might stand for some correction, but I think it's 1439 according to the Islamic calendar. Okay, that was the opening video. Was a special dua in honor of this month, this blessed month, the first month of Islamic calendar. That was a Muharram dua. Okay, so we're going to try to get back to that. Perhaps we're going to close the broadcast out with it, but I'd like to tell you something about the Muharram. Okay, and this is a special month, and honored in that month was the sacrifice of Imam Hussein, and this is in the Shiite side of Islam. So there's a Shiite spawn of Islam, but it's not Sunni. But the Shiites believe that there was Imam Hussein, who was the grandson of Prophet Muhammad. May his soul rest in peace. Okay, for Shiite Muslims, Ashura. Okay, now that's a big holiday coming up. Commemorates the martyrdom of Imam Hussein. That's in the first month, Muharram, Ashura. Hussein, son of Imam Ali, and grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, on the 10th day of the month of Muharram in Karbala, Iraq, in 1680, and the year 61 on the Hijra calendar, that's the Islamic calendar, can't come learn about the event that is of central importance in early Islamic history. Okay, Dr. Sidi Qassam is a scientist specializing in gene therapy and cancer immunology. He is the author of The Role of Religion in the Generation of Suicide Bombers, published by Oxford Press, a volume that dispels the notion that Islamic theology fuels violent extremism. Share in mess. Okay, share message. Okay, but anyway, this is they're going to be commemorating Ashura, the 10th month of the first month. This is going to be at 58 Winthrop Street, Medford, Massachusetts. Okay, that's a tough interfaith center. And by the way, I just noticed that's tonight. That's a Wednesday, September 27th, September 27th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Tufts Interfaith Center. They're going to be commemorating Ashura, honoring the sacrifice of Imam Hussein. Commemorating Ashura, honoring the heroism and sacrifice of Imam Hussein. So if you're not doing anything, I invite you to go out to Tufts Interfaith. That's 58 Winthrop Street, Medford, Massachusetts. And at the Tufts Interfaith Center, they're going to be commemorating the Ashura. This is the join the Shiite Muslims. They'll be glad to see you. Everybody think that the Shiite and Sunni Muslims are at war, but that's not it. They're not at war. They're not having a holy war. They might have some conflicts, but that's not holy war. But they'll be glad to see you. Once again, that's commemorating Ashura, honoring the sacrifice of Imam Hussein, Tufts Interfaith Center, 58 Winthrop Street, Medford, Massachusetts. And speaking of Medford, the Islamic festival that they had out there on the 17th was a huge success. That was the Muslim festival out in Medford, September 17th. It was a huge success. Okay, I got a little bit more I want to share with you later on in the broadcast if time permits on Muharram and perhaps Ashura and the Sunnis concept also, and the difference between the Sunni concept and the Shiite concept. Okay, I like to bring attention to one of our local Muslims, and that's City Councilman Nadeem Mazen. Everybody was speculating that he would, when he announced that he wasn't going to rerun for city council, they were speculating that, and he made it known that he was going to try for a higher political position in the future, and everybody thought that it was going to be Representative I can't pronounce that, it's Italian name, Capiano, okay, but no, he's gonna go up to Andover, his hometown, I understand, and run for the position, U.S. Representative position. Nikki Tasanya is retiring in August, and so he's going to run for that position. That's a Cambridge City Council files paperwork to run for 3rd District Representative, and so I congratulate him on that, and I pray to Allah he'll be another Muslims in Congress. All praises due to Allah. Okay. Also, we'd like to offer the condolence to Islam offers condolence to the passing of Mahmoud Sharif Bassiouni. Okay, the Islamic Society in North America today offered heartfelt condolence on the passing of Mahmoud Sharif Bassiouni, Emeritus Professor of Law at DePaul University and a founder member of the International Human Rights Law Institute at DePaul University and of the International Institute of Higher Studies and Criminal Science. Okay, I gotta tell you something about what's happening right here in Cambridge again. The Islamic Legal Studies Program, Law and Social Change, presents Feminist Voices in Islam, Rethinking Patriarchal Ethics and Muslim Legal Tradition, a lecture by Ziba Mer Husseini, discussion moderated by Selma Wahidi, instructor, Harvard Law School Human Rights Clinic. That's Friday, that's this weekend, Friday, September 29th, 12 to 1 p.m. Town Hall, Harvard Law School, and a vegan lunch will be served. So that's co-sponsored by the Harvard Islamic School Human Rights. So if you're not doing anything, you're welcome to come out and join them for lunch, okay? The 49th Annual Conference of the North American Association of Islamic and Muslim Studies presents Muslims and the City, Friday, September 29, 2017, co-sponsored by Islamic Civilization and Societies Program, Boston College, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Lunch and keynote address, Boston College, Newton Campus, 885 Center Street, Barrett House. Speaker, Professor Ahmed Ragab, okay? The Richard T. Watson, Associate Professor of Science and Religion, Harvard Divinity School, Cambridge. Prophetic Medicine, Medical Piety in the Medieval and Modern Islamic Society. Okay, Ragab inaugurated the Science, the Religion, and Culture program at Harvard Divinity School. He's a physician, a historian of science, medicine, and a scholar of science and religion. He studied the developments of cultures of science and cultures of religion in the Middle East and Islamic world. This address will explore some of the history of prophetic medicine, or focus on how these writings influence scholars, physicians, and patients, and what effects they have on medical landscape in the medieval and modern period. For four panel sessions examine the city in words, the multifaceted city, the city spaces, the ideal Islamic city. Conference venue, Boston College, Newton Campus, 885 Center Street, Barrett House, Newton, Mass. That's time 8:30 to 6 p.m. That's Friday, September 29th. Muslims and the City at Boston College. Program Chair, Professor Kathleen T. Bailey, Boston College. So if you like additional information, you can go to www.naaims.org, okay? Okay, or contact Leela Singh, Director of Academic Affairs, conference at naaims.org, okay? Okay, I'm gonna try to, okay, I got a lot more information here for you, so I'm gonna try to skip some of it and hold it for another time. Okay, hold it over for another time. Okay, okay, we got, okay, this is notice from the Indian Order of Greater Boston. It's a Sufi message. Sufi are mystics in Islam. They take the extremist Islamic path, the mystic path, which is sort of extreme, okay? But they're not general Islam like I am. Okay, Sufi message, register now. The Hermit and the Knight, a one-day retreat with the Aziza Scott, Sunday, October 8th, in Jamaica Plains, Massachusetts. That's the Indian Order of Greater Boston. Okay, the Hermit and the Knight, a one-day meditation retreat with Aziza Scott. That's a Sunday, October 8th, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Hollow Reed School, 93 Cedric Street, Jamaica Plains. Paravilliet Inayat Khan will speak about how we have within us both the archetype of the hermit and of the knight. The hermit retreats into the sacred atmosphere to remember to renew and to align with their ideas. The knight is called to uphold the ideals in the world. How do we interact in the world with integrity and compassion? How can we hold our point of view and yet understand that of another? Aziza will share teachings, practices, and meditations which seek to honor and cultivate the hermit and the knight within us. So that's the cost is about $50 to $95 sliding scale. Please bring a potluck to share for lunch. To register or to obtain further information, please contact Naima Kabira at the Indian Order at gardenlight.org. Aziza Scott, M.Ed. Master in Ed, is the emeritus head of the Esoteric School and Director of Retreat Program of the Indian Order. She brings insight and experience gained from many years of leading meditation retreat and conducting workshops throughout North America, Europe, and India. Okay, so that's event is entitled The Hermit and the Knight, a one-day meditation retreat with Aziza Scott. Sunday, October 8th, 9:30 to 4:30 p.m. Hollow Reed School, 93 Cedric Street, Jamaica Plains. Okay, so if you'd like additional information, you can go to Indian Order at thegardenlight.org. That's Indian Order gardenlife.org. Okay. Okay, there was something else I'd like to tell you. Don't forget now. I think that we still have a few more days before you can register and vote in the upcoming November election. So that's 51. I'm not certain if the date is gone, the deadline is passed, but you can go to 51 Inman Street and check it out right in the election commission. Their office is right up there in the city hall and annex. Okay. Okay, we went through that. City council man decides to run for Congress up in Andover. That's Nadeem Madden, city councilman. Okay, Muslim too. It's and he was one of the, I guess one of the originators of Jetpack, this organization that will try to promote the participation of more Muslims, Muslim Americans in the electoral process. Okay. So may Allah grant him victory and all of his endeavors. You know, I guess I can't find exactly what I want to share with you right now, but I think we're gonna. The best I can do right now is go back into that Muharram Dua. That's the first month of the Islamic year. That's Muharram, and I think that Muharram 1 was September 21st. I'm almost sure of that, though, certain of that. But anyway, it's about what is it, about the fourth day of the first month in Islamic calendar. But we're gonna go back into that dua, which I was gonna. Okay. Here it is. Muharram is the first month of Islamic calendar. It is one of the 4 sacred months of the year. It is held to be the second holiest month following Ramadan. The word Muharram means forbidden. Okay, since the Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar, Muharram moves from year to year when compared with the Gregorian calendar. That's our calendar, the Gregorian calendar. The 10th day of Muharram is the day of Ashura, which the Shiite Muslims is part of the mourning of Moses, the part of the mourning of part of the mourning of Muharram. Sunni Muslims first fast during this day because it is recorded in Hadith that Moses, and his people obtained a victory over the Egyptian Pharaoh. Musa is the Islamic name for the prophet Moses. May peace, blessings of Allah be upon him. So, Moses and his people obtained a victory over the Egyptian Pharaoh on the 10th day of Muharram. According to Muhammad, asked Muslims to fast on this day, that is Ashura, and on the day before that is ninth, called Tasua. You know, I'm reading this to you, sharing this with you, reading. But if you want to find out more about this Ashura, and they will be commemorating it at Tufts Interfaith Center tonight, starting at 7 p.m. Wednesday, September 27th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 5058 Winter Street, Medford, Massachusetts. Okay, okay, but today we didn't. Well, we got to be brief because we don't have that much time to go into finer detail or more extensive detail with you on these Islamic issues and events and etc. But until next time, I'm Hassan Rashid, and you know, always live with the fact that superiorism can never be subjected by inferiorism. So until next time, I'll leave you once again with the universal greetings of peace in the Arabic language, and that is ISLAMIC.
وجواز من الشيطان اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان اللهم أدخله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ورضوان من الرحمن وجواز من الشيطان اللهم